welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin XP Gale Darkness Plains. There's a bit of lag when I clicked record there, so don't know how that's going to turn out. So, more of this shit. I finally went back and cleared the freaking Zapdos, Articuno, blah one. Where is it? And I gotta say, it was hell. I raged so much at Side A. Side B is easy when you're actually using the legendary birds. But trying to take them down is bullshit, because Articuno will always freaking use Sheer Cold, and always has a high chance of hitting despite its crap accuracy. I mean, it uses Foresight or whatever it is so they can get a 100% chance on it, or take aim, whatever the fuck. But sometimes it can just hit without that's having to. It's bullshit. And Zapdos is a freaking monster of a Pokemon. There's nothing you can really do. I mean, Raikou was the only way to really go, really, because, like, Thunder does normal effective against Zapdos because it's part flying type. But because it's an electric type, it cancels it out a bit, so it's just normal effective. And essentially, Zapdos and Articuno are a deadly combination when using the legendary dogs. But when you're actually using them, they're not so bad because, well, you got frickin' Zapdos on your team, man, you know? You pretty much just... I even destroyed shit with Articuno because, like, it changes the moveset so you have moves like Substitute and Protect and shit like that. So I'd, like, deliberately screw over the CPU. I'd be like, ha 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 ha. And then when Zapdos comes out on the field, you're just like, oh, shit's gone down now. But anyways, we've got some legendary challenges. Will we complete the final battle CDs? Also, still no reply to my question in the previous part. How do you use Bond's lead card? I don't know. Still today. Whatever, what's the challenge? Well, CD49, do you even know what that is? Are you sure, I mean? Wow. Oh my god, are you fucking serious? A double battle with unlimited turns. Defeat the opponents to clear. Joe Bluff and... I forget its name. Ninjas, yes, or something like that. Versus fucking Groudon and Shiftry. What the fuck? Is this gotta be a case where I, like, underestimate my opponent? I mean, I'm, like, assuming that the, Groudon is going to be hell, but I'm probably just underestimating the Shiftry a bit, you know? Because in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, I could take down the Shiftry, probably. I'm not Groudon. Thinking the other battles he's gonna have Kyogre. What the fuck, man? Oh boy. Spot ground type as well, so I guess it would cancel out. Maybe that's why. Ooh, and you got Substitute. Probably a case where you gotta see what they're gonna use before you really do anything. Because, you know, like what that Shifter just did there with the fake out bullshit, you gotta know what they're gonna hit you with. It's quite frustrating, you could say there. Solar Beam is arse. Silver Wind, no. You're a coward, Groudon! I was expecting you to be all like, blah, fire blast! But no. Okay. I was not expecting that. Solar Beam and fucking Shadow Ball. Okay, of course Groudon's going to be challenging. Solar Beam! This battle is frustrating, okay? Oh shit. No amount of speed boosting's gonna do me too good here. Bring out a substitute. God damn. Try to stall. I don't think he's really gonna change his moveset at all. He's just gonna knock me out in one shot. I am frustrated by this battle! Shit. Ha ha ha! Look at Groudon, man. That is one big ass Pokemon. Reminds me, I've been meaning to mention this for freaking forever. Tails! There was like an asteroid or something, like, I forget what it's called, or rather I have no idea how to pronounce the name it was given. But there's this one asteroid that makes me think of Groudon, because it totally looks like it could be like a legendary Pokemon. It's like, take Deoxys, take Groudon, and you get this asteroid that I'm going to show on screen here. I forget the name of it. I'll probably, I don't know, add in text for it. It's one of those names that you just like, how the fuck do you pronounce that type thing, you know? And it totally, to me, when I saw it, and still does look to me like it could potentially be a Pokemon. There's a Pokemon out in space. There's a Groudon hidden in that comet, isn't it? Asteroid, whatever the fuck. What's your advice? Going to the Shifter's explosion is the key. It never even got a chance to use that, though. So I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, how many turns into the battle does it take for Shiftery to, you know, use whatever the fuck? I think it was probably that turn where Groudon used Protect. I think that was the same turn I knocked out Shiftery. It kind of makes sense if that was the point where Shifter is going to use it, I suppose. Makes sense, I guess. But Shifter is the least of our problems. I mean, I one-shotted it. Scare Wave. Fuck it. Let's use Protect for both. Just to be super duper safe. Then again, Shifter would probably use Fake Out on another turn and screw me over anyway. Solar beam and silver wind. Man, this jump up is fucking fast, isn't it? I mean, to outspeed Ninjask after one turn where its speed gets increased, that really says something out of this. It's like, you are fast as fuck. Oh shit, you're using different moves! Oh no! You almost got me there, Groudon, you almost got me. But you didn't. Now I'm the fastest motherfucker around! Solar beam! Using your special ability against you. We just witnessed Groudon getting knocked out by a Ninjask and Jumpluff. Mostly a Jumpluff. And look at that! That knocked down a giant dinosaur-like freaking Pokemon. Amazing. Oh, shit! Clear! Congratulations, you've cleared that battle CD. A wonderful battle too. Commemorate your clearing battle CD 49 for the first time. Please accept this TM11. What is TM11? Oh. Sunny day, let me guess. The next one's gonna be like a rainy day, isn't it? I think that's what it was called. Final battle CD. Battle CD 50, are you sure it's the final one? Can't believe it's taking this long. I mean, what? Kyogre. Oh, and my arch nemesis from Mystery Dungeon. Ooh, a fitting conclusion, eh? Kingdra, you bastards. Appearing here for the final challenge. But what took longer, you know, me clearing all these battle CDs or clearing all those bingo freaking things? I don't know which one was more difficult, to be honest. I level battle with unlimited turns, really well clear. But I mean, you know, in length, not difficulty. So, funny thing is, I actually, completed the Resident Evil LP the other day, technically. Not including bonus parts whenever I get around to those. But, like, finally cleared Chris's route, and, like, that was, like, how I see it. So, like, Jill and Chris's route cleared, then the final part would be Chris's thing being cleared. So, that LP is technically completed, aside from bonus parts, eventually. So, like, in all this time, these LPs have been ongoing. The Resident Evil LP is the first one to be concluded, while this one is still ongoing. I mean, understandable with Wind Waker, and Final Fantasy X still a bit surprising, but that's mostly because I'm, like, doing the Dark Age shit. So, like, understandable that that's still going on after all this goddamn time, but this one still surprises me the most. That's still ongoing. So, what have we got? I suppose you'll want me to, you know, observe my opponent on the first turn. What an unusual matchup. My control pad's being finicky. Take out my arch nemesis if possible. Oh! Oh! Quagsire, you didn't stand a chance against this thickhead duo. Big Al was supposed to use Earthquake on the first turn, probably. That's the only way I can see this making any sense. But then they would have just targeted Quagsire anyway, probably. Or maybe I just have to rely on Hydra Pump missing, probably, as well. Maybe, I don't know. Like that. And that. Well, despite the fact that it's down to 1-on-1, I don't think we're gonna win this fight. Yeah. I'm surprised Thunder's been hitting me every single time. Because it's equally as shitty in accuracy. Aha! Holy shit! Talk about luck. Told you, man! When using shitty moves like that, it all comes down to luck. And surprisingly, I got pretty lucky in that battle. Holy shit. Did it! Oh shit. Clear first time! Holy shit, that was... I wouldn't say it was easy, because despite the fact I cleared it in one go, it was more down to luck, so that by proxy makes it more challenging, because you could be screwed over very easy in a battle like that. Congratulations, you cleared that battle city. A wonderful battle too. How about that luck, eh? Commemorate your clearing battle city 50 for the first time. Please accept this TM18. We also have a special prize for your clearing all the battle CDs. 1,500,000 pug coupons. Congratulations. Will you ever use them? I don't know. What are even the prizes? We've finally cleared the battle CDs. Every single one has been cleared. Woohoo! Have you found any battle CDs? I hope you work hard to find many different ones. I've cleared them all. Now I'm gonna get out of here. And now, what the fuck do I do now? Do I just do not battle? I didn't really give much thought. I still need an answer to that Bonsly question. Because I have no idea. Yep, called it Rain Dance. Yeah, where is it anyway? Bonsly card, take this to the receptionist to battle Bonsly. Maybe, just maybe. Just perhaps, maybe. Welcome to Browgum Tower, the pride of Phoenix City. It is a fully interrogated facility dedicated to battle. Students may take part in Coliseum battles, battle sims, and battle bingo. We sincerely hope you enjoy your heart's content all that we have to offer. Also, you can earn bug coupons here. That can be exchanged in my battle for items. I may look like a receptionist, but I'm not the receptionist that does that. So maybe it's Battle CD receptionist. That makes sense. But it's a card, though. It's not a Battle CD. It's like, sorry, we don't take cards. What about you? Who the fuck am I supposed to take this card to? Do you accept cards? I don't get it. What's over in this direction anyway? It's just a store for various shit. There was that other guy, wasn't there? Maybe he's the guy. But I can't remember. It's been ages since we obtained the card, so I can't remember. I think they specifically said, oh, go to Relgam Tower and you use this. You're a receptionist, right? I've heard Michael, you went to Cypher's headquarters. That was ages ago. I've decided I'm going to be the Michael Fan Club's honorary lifetime chairperson. And that settles. Yeah, got any idea what I do with this card? Of course not. The battle sim system is in peak form. Battle on it and get even tougher. By the way, while studying Shadow Pokemon, we made several interesting discoveries that are completely pointless now because they've all been purified. They relate to a condition called blah. I don't care. Are you sure? You know? Well, if you're so good with information, why can't you accept my card? Hi there, did you want to train on the battle sim system today? Fuck it, why not? Alright, let's get on with it. Maybe it'll have your thing. You can train using the battle sim system. Would you like to do that? I don't see anything for Barnsley. Where do I use the Barnsley card? Hi, Michael, I've heard. Wow! You've got a Barnsley card. Congratulations. Don't use it ever. Michael, you've grown so impressively, but I will not tell you anything that I haven't already told you. Big brother, Jovi doesn't get it, but I don't care what you have to say. Because you're a side protagonist, so you don't have anything to say, technically. There's nothing to say, there's nothing to do, nothing to say or do, there's nothing really I can say, except the things I'm going to say in a moment's time. Which is, I played more of Alpha Sapphire. I didn't mention that at the start part, because, like, was it last time when I, like, mentioned that? Just, like, save it for the end of the video. So, I didn't go through any gyms or anything, I just cleared up the Dewford freaking thing quest and went to, I've already freaking forgot. Was it Stateport? Was that the name of the city? Well, right away it goes, let me scroll through my pictures. It's like I'm a tourist. It's like in Pokemon Sun and Moon, you got these, trainers that are literally just called sightseers. That's totally me. Just like going around the whole region and taking pictures. Just like, with most of the time, like the protagonist there, so it could also count as a selfie. Maybe. Anyways, where did this... My god, I took a lot of pictures in State Fort or wherever the fuck the place was called. For some reason, some of my pictures are like taken sideways, upside down, despite the fact I took them all in the same freaking, you know, angle. It makes no sense to me why it does that. Where is it? Okay. It was me meeting, was his name Steven? He's like, wow, and do you feel like anything in particular when you look up at this wall? And I was like, well, that's a pretty nifty wall. I can't remember Granite Cave being like this. It looks more detailed than it ever has been. And then Bernie or wherever, he's like, oh, it looks as though you have delivered your shit good and proper, or whatever the fuck that means. I essentially delivered the shit to Steven, and then he's like, ahoy, we've made land in Stakeport. Or was it Slakeport? Slakeport, yes, that was the name of the place. And look at that beach, man, and those random wingle. If you approach them, they all fly off, which is kind of pretty much realistic, really. And I like how you can sit down in these chairs on the beach as well. You can sit down on anything, it seems, and I like that. It's a nice little detail. Like a buskin battling him a chop on the beach. The beach house with the soda things. The inside of said thing, and it looks fancy. Very nice. The burger I ordered is taking forever. It's making me so totally crabby. They got like delinquents, a male and female version in this game. I wasn't expecting it. Hey, don't walk off away from me, protagonist in the background there. He's just looking at his computer. So anyways, I don't think I've ever seen like a battle initiated while the person, well, both in this case I guess, are sitting down, and then immediately after a battle, after slagging off the place, she's like, there's something special about the food at the house, isn't there? It's like, yeah, it takes forever to apparently be delivered. And there's another image of the place. It looks very nice. And look at the beauty. It's just like, look at me, I am fabulous. So she has a Goldine because it's like a beautiful Pokemon. My Lombre Mirror Bee is all like, bitch, please, I don't give a fuck. And this guy's all like, you're scorching hot, those battles blazed. I actually defeated all the trainers before actually talking to him. And when I talked to him first, he was like, oh, battle all these trainers. And I was like, alright, did. So I talked to him a second time, and that's what he said. He's just like, okay, here's some soda pop or some shit. And this was weird, just like, Michael found an Alakazite. That, like, evolves Alakazam into its Mega Evolution or whatever, doesn't it? I mean, what the fuck's that doing, just lying around randomly? What the fuck? I remember getting that in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I was like, that was the first one they give you. It's like, hey, we're gonna introduce these. We're not gonna give you any explanation for them. We're just gonna assume you played previous games where they introduced this shit, which I did not. I haven't played the whatever generation the Mega forms were put in. I did not play that generation, so it was all confusing to me, essentially. But he's just like, take this, use it in battle, evolve your Alakazam that you don't have because you have to trade. But I eventually did get an Alakazam, so I don't think I've used an Alakazam for it, though. I, used it for a Mawile, though. Not in this game, but in Pokemon Moon. Ages ago when I'd, traded for one. Because why not? And I think I might have used another Mega Evolve form, but whatever. Just the stuff you find randomly. And the shopping area looks pretty nice. It was always kind of like that, really, wasn't it? But I like how it looks. Very nice, and I'm like, what the fuck's this shit over here with the poster and shit? Then you get some those flowers. I can't remember. And then I think that was the fan club house building. And this is just some normal person's house. But I took a picture because I was like, look at the subtle differences. They've got a freaking ship. A model ship. Because they're in Slakeport, so of course it'd have to be, isn't it? But I like the little details that make each house different. instead of just looking really generic. I mean, it does kind of look generic, but it also has little differences. Then the shipyard thing, whatever the fuck it was called, I've already forgot. And he's like, oh, sorry, I'm Doc. Get it? Because I work with ships, ha 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 ha. I only just realized that just now, to be honest. And that place looks fancy as well, and the top here looks fancy, looking down at the boat that they're working on, and all the computers and shit. And I like how you can sit down by the computers and it changes the camera angle. That gives it like a nice kind of cinematic kind of view. I like that. And this freaking random cosplay guy. Like, they've been in the series for the longest time, possibly even from the very beginning, where they just wear whatever the fuck they're wearing on their legs. But seriously, in the 3D games, it looks even more bizarre. And the Pokemon contest thing, I haven't got the thing needed for the contest, but it looks like they've pimped out the contest hall in this game. I remember, I think it was in the Sinnoh region ones, they kind of had like that. So maybe they're updating it to kind of fit more in line with that. But then again, the whole always looked kind of fancy, really, didn't it? It's just the graphical limitations of the Game Boy Advance couldn't make it quite as fancy, but it always looked fancy to me. And then it was like, I'm gonna go to the name rater and sit on his bed randomly. I'd had a Wurmple, right? And I evolved into Cascoon, and I named it after a character from visual novel called Kato Shoujo, after this character called Hanako. Is just like, she's like the shrinking violet, right? So it'll evolve into a Beautifly, but it evolved into a freaking Dustox. So it's like, change it to Naruto from Persona 4 to kind of fit in line with how like I named like a Beedrill after her in this game. So yeah, did that. Then I went to the I've already forgotten the name of the place. The place where they have the ships, but they don't have the ships because they're currently not in order, so we cannot go board a ship or anything. Then outside the museum, I didn't even get to interact with Team Aqua before entering, because I went to the shipyard first. And it's like, welcome to the Oceanic Museum with its updated music. And just like wandering around Team Aqua, just like we're taking over this place. We admire looking at water. And they're like, wow, look at this shit. One of them was the one that you encounter back in the woods earlier in the game, and they're just like, oh shit, it's you! Just take this freaking TM and I'm getting the fuck out of here. It's like a model of the Hoenn region. Can't see it quite as well in the picture, but it's there. And these things are all from previous Pokemon games. I only recognize the SS Annie, because of course, all the other ones seem to be from other generations. Heck, they even had water from other generations. Well, other regions and shit. And I was like, oh, the Unova region, of course, the Unova. I've never been there. And the Kalos, yes, I've never been there either. Oh, Sinnoh region, I've been there. Johto, I've been there. You know, Hoenn, well, I'm in Hoenn, so of course. And Kanto, yeah. Didn't have Alola though, did you? Because that didn't exist until now. It's just like they keep, when they update the games like that, it's like, no, we gotta include regions we've like now come up with. But prior to that, nobody even knows of their existence at all. I mean, remember the first game? Like, freaking Professor Oak seemed like he didn't even know there was more beyond, you know, the first 150 Pokemon or some shit, you know? So he's just like, wow, look at these Johto Pokemon. It's almost like I never even went there. Just like, and he's got a freaking brother or a cousin or something in the Alola region, so what the fuck, Professor Oak? I think he's a lying piece of shit. He's just like, no, I want you to go on this adventure. I already know every single Pokemon. I am the Pokemon Professor, after all. I'm just trying to make it seem like I'm trying to have you go in my shoes, essentially, and collect all the Pokemon like I once did. I mean, that's probably what it is, isn't it? Anyways, Team Aqua showed up, and I kind of like their kind of background kind of thing when they battle you. And he's like, stand back and watch me, the 27th strongest member of Team Aqua. Take care of this, kids. 27 strongest, and he only has a level 14 Kavanaha. Well, he had a Zubat as well, but that's not much to boast about. And he's like, he beat the 27 strongest grunting Team Aqua? Oh my god! And then their boss showed up and he was like, never mind, little scamp. I'll withdraw for now and leave you be, because he clearly didn't want a piece of me. I was gonna kick his ass, probably. I don't know. If he was anything like his Team Aqua grunts, he would have no chance. But at this point in the game, he probably would have kicked my ass. Even though, when you battle him down the road eventually, he never seems to be like, you know what, I'm the boss, right? I should have like 6 Pokemon with me. But no, that's only Giovanni and characters like that. Only super duper ultimate villains get that. And then there's like this TV, and you see those things there, it's like, are those chairs? And the answer is yes, which means you could sit down on them. And those things right behind the protagonist there, those are the water samples I was talking about. They don't look any different, but they have different comments on them. And then that was the place where you board the ship. That isn't there because they haven't got the ship at the moment. The Pokemon fan club looks fancy. It always looked fancy, but it looks fancy. Look at those fancy pictures in the background there. I mean, what the hell is going on there? And this guy, man, you can't see his smile quite as well, but he's just like, and I was like, I'm gonna take a seat here on this lovely sofa. And then, like, this chick was like, I'm wondering if you'd be willing to tell me a little about your combustion. And I discovered you can actually type in wherever the fuck you want, so... Remember, was it the previous part with like that Pokemon fad thing that they got on Dooford Islands? Because if that's the case, you could pretty much have them being like, I've got shit accessories and shit dolls or something like that. Because you could type in wherever the fuck you want. It doesn't have that freaking thing to it now, does it? I mean, what the fuck? You can type in wherever you want? I didn't type out anything obscene or anything like that. I was like, I did something about like Combustion's double kicks being awesome. There was a limit to how much you can actually type into it. I was like, no, I won't be obscene with it, and just like, Combustion is the shit. I think it was like double kicks for the win or some shit. Still pretty stupid, but hey, it makes it harder actually to think of what to say when it doesn't have the options to be like, okay, scroll through this menu, look through some various words. But anyways, the Pokemon Contest Hall looks fancy, as I mentioned before. The dressing room also looks fancy and very spacious, but I can't use it because I don't have the thing for it yet, apparently. The lighthouse also looks pretty bizarre. And with that is all. Feels like I spent more time going over those pictures than I did playing, you know, the game, doesn't it? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Really? Shame you can't sit on the bed, though. If this was Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, you could totally sit down. But no. Whatever. I guess Mount Battle is all that's left to do, right? Other than the Bonsly cards. Unless there's something else I'm overlooking, because I ain't doing all Coliseum, because I got through Love Arena, and that is all that I care to do there, because those battles are like Battle Frontier levels of bullshit. Like, only 4 battles each, but they are freaking every single one of them fucks you over. Like, there's always a point in the Battle Frontier where, like, you'd get right up to the Battle Brain, and the battle right before the Battle Brain would always, for some rigged-ass reason, have a trainer that has the absolute best advantage over you and kicks your ass. It's like you can clear, like, multiple rounds of the Battle Frontier easily. And then you finally get the one where the Battle Brain's at the end, and you're just like, you clear every round until the round right before it, then you get your ass kicked. Every single fucking time, without fail, that would happen to me back in the day. Like, even when I LP'd it, that happened. It was bullshit. That's why I never was able to beat the Battle Frontier legitimately. because, you know, it saves automatically. Fuck you, Battle Frontier, you fucking piece of shit. And fuck the Orc Coliseum for being its bastard love child. And fuck the Battle Tree as well, even though I haven't played Pokemon Sun and Moon in forever. Because that place also kind of sucks. Even when I got better at it, I was just like, it just feels like a pointless, it's just like, it's just battling for the sake of battling. I mean, if it had something more attached to it, but no, you just unlock items, points, and shit. I don't care for that type of shit. I mean, it's like, even when you, like, would get trainers, like, I don't know, like, the, what were they called? They weren't gym leaders. What were they? The captains, you know, from the Island Challenge. When you'd have them on your team in a double battle, they just wouldn't really comment much, you know? They just have, like, 1 or 2 lines, and they wouldn't even, like, acknowledge you. You'd just be like, holy shit, I'm teaming with you. Hey, remember me? You did the challenge, right? Hey, now you're the Pokemon champion. Hooray! Teaming up in a battle. Yeah, nice. Nothing, just generic dialogue. It's like, god damn it. Why don't they acknowledge the plot ever? Seriously. Shit like that bugs me in games. Just like, it makes it feel like you're not really accomplished anything. So it's just like, makes you just like, I can't be bothered playing this game kind of thing, you know? But anyways, we'll do the Battle, I was about to say Battle Frontier then, fuck that. Mount Battle. The next part, probably. I don't know, whatever. See you next time, viewers. See you next time.